Hey, what's up? OBS is much more feature rich than the Logitech capture that I use on my home computer, and the audio is probably really terrible because it's just using the onboard mic on this laptop. But yeah, I have a lot more control. Like I can just slide myself around anywhere on the screen I want. I can do all kinds of stuff. Um, Resize myself as big or small as I want. I can make it to where you can see the whole load board. Let me see. So I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this. You should still be seeing the same thing, but I'm seeing something different now. I was looking at OBS, now I'm looking at the load board. So I am at Winco. This was not a Winco distribution center. This was an actual Winco store, which is probably better than a distribution center because I'm not going to have to deal with lumpers, and it's going to be pretty easy in and out. It's a lot more casual. The only thing that really sucks about delivering directly to a store is, number one, you usually have to drive deep into a city to get to a store delivery, which this one was not that bad. It's actually like the same exit that I take to go to Kimberly Clark. I just go north 2 miles instead of south 6 miles. So I'm just gonna, whenever I leave here, I'm gonna hop out on the road and just drive south about 8 or 9 miles, and then turn right going west and for a couple miles, and then turn right again into Kimberly Clark. So this is only like 10 miles away from Kimberly Clark. I did have to ring their buzzer for about 15 minutes before somebody finally answered. But I got here almost exactly an hour early. I got here an hour early. When somebody did finally come to the door, they were really nice. They just told me to back into whatever door I wanted, and they'll start working on it. Okay, so I'm not seeing a whole lot of new loads here. Now, here's the thing. Let me sort by date on this because I can't pick up anything until after the 3rd. I am going to, well, I could probably do something late on the 2nd because I think I'm going to arrive. Well, actually, I haven't really figured out exactly when I'm going to arrive at my destination on this place. I think I'm going to arrive really close to midnight, somewhere late night, Thursday night, Friday morning. So I've been looking for loads that are Friday pickups. Let's do all day Friday. We'll actually go into Saturday. So I'm going to do this until 12:01 a.m. Sunday morning, which will cover all of Saturday. So anything that's picking up Friday or Saturday will be in this list. I would really like to get something directly out of Romeoville because these are usually, most of these are probably going to be Kimberly Clark loads. Yeah, see, this is Kimberly Clark. These are going to be light paper loads. But everything that I'm seeing coming out of Kimberly Clark right now is either going really deep into the Northeast, where you're going to have to deal with no parking, crazy traffic, really expensive tolls, or it's paying absolute crap. The only things that are paying decent are going to really terrible places where you're not actually going to make this much money because you're going to be paying so much in tolls. I might even have to pay for parking. I'm going to be paying for a whole bunch of shit. It could cost hundreds of dollars in tolls to deliver this thing to Massachusetts. I don't know. I don't think I've ever done a delivery to Massachusetts. This load back to Tulsa is tempting, except you see this shit, wherever it's delivering to is closed on the 4th. They're doing a 3-day weekend. This is Tuesday. You cannot deliver this until they open on Tuesday. So it pays Okay. It doesn't pay very good for Chicago. For Chicago, I'm really looking for something in at least $1.90 a mile with at least a full day's miles on it, like 500 plus miles, and I'm not seeing any of that. Even this shit going to New Jersey, this is paying pretty crap. Um, and once you take out the cost of tolls and everything, oh, and my damned, I tried to use my Com data card to pay for the tolls, and I tried all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna have to set up the Weigh My Truck app with my own personal debit card, credit card, um, for the business, because I even tried paying inside with the Com data card and it got denied. So they're not paying for my scale tickets, so I'm gonna have to pay those out of pocket. And I hate that I had to go inside for the scale ticket, but that's something whenever I have that consultation, hopefully tomorrow with the tax person, I'm going to find out, like, do I need a physical receipt? Because let me see if oh, this is going to, no, I'm not going to look at that while I've got OBS running on this recording Firefox, because it's going to be my email and it's going to have really personal shit in there. But every time I do a Weigh My Truck, it sends me an email with basically the yellow sheet, and I'm not sure if it has the price on there of what I paid. But anyway, yeah, I need to figure out like what the deal is on fuel receipts and stuff like that, because I really don't want to have to go inside to get fuel receipts, but I guess I'll have to. See, looking through these loads, I'm not seeing any new loads on here. You know what? Let's change the date to basically today, and let's see what kind of normal loads there are, because a lot of loads may not pop up until we get closer to the day. And oh, here's one. Well, shit, that sucks. It picks up on the 2nd at 1 p.m. What? It's going back to Oklahoma City. Doesn't deliver until Tuesday. So basically I can just turn around and go back to Oklahoma City and set for the weekend. If I can't find another load, that one might be appealing. Since it's a preloaded trailer. Let's see if the notes hot load. Tires. So it's going to T&W Tire in Oklahoma City. I don't want to deliver directly to a fucking tire store. And the thing is that if this is such a hot load, you should be paying more. Whoever's brokering this is taking off a big chunk. 25 North Council Road. Council's over on the west side of the city where okay, so this delivery is right next to the TA and the place where I park my trailer and all the rest of that crap. So if I took this load, what I would probably do is I would go over here to this tire shop and drop the trailer for the weekend and go to my house and then come back and make the delivery on Tuesday. Huh. Because if you look right here, this is the TA. This is City Trailer. This is Niagara bottled water. So, like, this place is right next to every damn thing else. It is so tempting to get that damn load. Yeah, most everything is closed over the weekend, so man, I really do not want to go sit at home for, another 2 or 3 days. But with this being a holiday weekend, I am damn. All right, where's this picking up at? Wilmington, Illinois. See how far away that is from Romeoville. It says it's only 30 miles. So I want to say Romeoville is right there's Romeoville. Wow. Man, that is so tempting to take that fucking load and just go back home. What the hell am I going to do at my house? I am so ridiculously bored at home. Like the last 3 days I was sitting in my house, I just sat there like watching Star Trek The Next Generation. And I've already seen Star Trek The Next Generation. I don't want to go back home for 3 damn days. I don't even know what to say on this. Like it's really tempting to grab that load. I would have to check and make sure that I could pick it up after this 1 p.m. I would need to be able to pick it up on let's see, Michelin North America, Wilmington, Michelin, Wilmington, Illinois. Let's see what kind. Oh, this looks like a huge plant. You seeing this big? Let this thing load up. I'm on some pretty shitty Wi-Fi here. I'm using. That'd be a whole video to explain what I'm using. Come on, is it not finished loading? I don't have an option for the satellite view. Huh. It's open 24 hours. Nice place to work. I found employee security friendly here. Check in with security was good. So they had really awesome security guards, and they got rid of them. So this is a distribution center that's supposedly open 24 hours a day. 4th of July is observed. Why in the hell is it not giving me? There's the satellite. Oh, wow, yeah, this is a massive facility with a guard shack that's open 24/7. Um, it's a preloaded trailer. I could probably do that load. I don't know if I'm going to put forth effort into getting that load quite yet. It's an ultra hot load that needed to be picked up within 30 minutes. You see this pickup time? That's 30 minutes from now. July 2nd at 1 a.m. Huh. It's not paying that great. It's like $1.70 a mile, maybe $1.50, maybe even less than that. Because let me break out the calculator. All right, what are we dealing with here? It's this one. All right, so 1434.24 times 0.65. That's how much I actually make, plus 186.75. Decent fuel surcharge on that. So that's the total amount that I would make on the load. Divide it by 758. $1.47 a mile, $1.48 a mile. The whole reason I'm going up to Chicago is to get something that's like $1.90, $2 a mile. I'm tempted to grab this shit going to Massachusetts, but I think I would lose money on tolls. If this Oklahoma City load was paying $2,000 or more, then I would snag that up. But it's paying nothing. And Oklahoma City's not a good freight market. So it's going out of Chicago, which is a good freight market, into a bad freight market. It should be paying a premium. And they're not. They're paying like really bottom dollar. And some jackass sales guy has got hot, get this thing on a driver. Move this thing for me. Move it for me. Because he's probably making a hell of a commission on this. Because he's paying like 50 cents a mile below what the market rate is on these loads. What a jackass. So it looks like I'm just going to check back in tomorrow. See what I can get. I'll show you where I'm at right now, where I'm going. Let's see, Winco, Foods, Tulsa, Memorial. I'm on Memorial Road. Okay, so I'm at this Winco Foods right here. So basically I came up Memorial, took a left on 71st, and then I took a left on 73rd right here. And then I pulled right here on 73rd, and then I pulled in right here and sat right there. This is their docks. I'm backed into these docks right here. I sat right here and went out, checked in with them to ask them which dock they want me to get into. And this guy was just expecting that I would go ahead and back into a dock. But some of these places, they'll power trip on you if you back into a dock before they tell you to. Okay, so this is, 64 right here. Memorial is Highway 64. And basically I'm just going to, I think I might be finished unloading. I'm going to go back out and go straight down 64. And then I'm going to cut across 67. And where in the hell is it? So this is 75. It should be right in this area right here. There it is. You see this Kimberly Clark place? Right here is Kimberly Clark. So I'm just going to hop back out. Just go down 64 to 67. And then go right up here to Kimberly Clark. And then when I leave, I'll pretty much be hopping back out here to 64 and driving on up here. I think this is a turnpike, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll probably just drive up here, hop on 364, 64, and then take it up to 44. And then I'm gonna. I haven't really route planned how I'm gonna get to Chicago, but most likely I'm gonna take 44 to Springfield, and then I think I'm gonna take 44 all the way to St. Louis, or 55. So at some point I'm gonna get on to 55, and then yeah, right here in St. Louis is where I'm gonna hop on to 55, and I'm gonna take 55 up all the way. Basically, it looks like I'm going to take 55 all the way to Romeoville, because Romeoville's right up here. Yeah, 55. So I'm only going to be taking like 2 interstates from Tulsa, 44 and then 55. 55 goes right by Romeoville. Hopefully the tolls aren't too crazy. St. Louis is one of the shittiest cities to drive through. And their interstates need to be completely just torn down and rebuilt. There's constant construction in St. Louis, and I don't know what they're fixing, but it's not the roads, because the roads are just dilapidated crap. It's just a big windy mess. The only good thing about driving through St. Louis is it doesn't take very long. You get through St. Louis pretty quick, but whenever I hop out on the road and take off, I should be able to make it to the other side of St. Louis before I call it a night. Maybe. I don't know. I started my clock at like, I don't think I started my clock until like 10 p.m. Because I didn't start my clock until I was loaded. Don't tell anybody. And I haven't used a ton of my clock, so I can probably get in like 8 hours or more. I'm hoping I can make it to the other side of St. Louis. That would be nice to get to the other side of St. Louis before I crash out for the night, and then just finish up tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure Kimberly Clark's just going to let me deliver when the hell ever. So I'm just going to get there as soon as I can. I'm really, really like tempted to grab that Oklahoma City load, just because the holiday weekend is making it a pain. Like, I'm not going to be able. I haven't seen any runs that are going to allow me to like run over the weekend. So I'm basically going to be sitting over the weekend, and if I grab this load, I can set it home over the weekend. So I don't know, because like even this one right here that I'm tempted to go to Massachusetts on doesn't deliver until Monday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I would have to set on that load for a day. I would probably be there on the 5th real early. So it's going to be like 24 plus hours that I'd be taking off. I wish I could send messages. Give me a second. Where's my phone at? I wish I could send messages through my computer. Let me message the driver managers on this. See, load number. Let's see. It's 565-2111. 565-2111. Now I'm going to go voice to Let me see. There we go. Has it been locked up this whole damn time? Can you see me now? Like, has it been locked up that whole damn time? I'm not redoing it. So I've got my phone now. Now I'm going to do a voice to text and ask him what the deal is on this load. I show this is a drop and hook on the pickup, period. What's the deal with the pickup time, period? Can I pick this up later, period? I'm thinking about grabbing this and going back home and sitting at my house over the weekend until this delivers, because I'm having a hard time finding anything to keep me rolling this weekend, period. I will not be able to pick this up until Friday sometime. Now the problem is that the driver managers pretty much have access to the same information I have access. They have to reach out to the account managers to get the kind of information I was just asking about, and I don't think the account managers are like 24 hours a day. So I may not get an answer on that until tomorrow. No big deal. I'm not really like in love with that load. I'm just kind of like just on the principle of it. Uh, yeah, see the damn thing. Let me deactivate and reactivate. Froze up. Um, just out of principle, I don't want to take that load because of how low it's paying. You don't pay out of a premium market going into a bad market like a low rate. You're supposed to be paying a premium rate on like that Oklahoma City load should be paying really well. It should be paying more than average, which average out of Chicago is like $1.90 a mile. So that Oklahoma City load should be paying like $2.10 a mile because it's going into a bad freight market. So I'm a little salty on that, and it's a tire load, and it's going to be it's listed as a live unload, right? Where's that? There it is. Yeah, hook preloaded trailer and then live unload, and it takes a while to unload tires because they're not on pallets or anything. Um, it can take like 3 hours for them to unload a tire load. So, not really in love with that load. And okay, if I do go back home over the weekend, then I figured out what I can do. The new Diablo season starts this Friday night. So if I grab that load, I'll be at my house Saturday afternoon. Um, and I could just like chill and play Diablo for a couple of days, and then make that delivery and get the hell out of Dodge again. This is going to be a really terrible week for money if I do that. But I mean, as you can see on these loads, let me try something else. Well, no, because I don't want to. I could do something like that does a delivery time. Um, I don't really know. Yeah, I don't want to. The list isn't big enough to bother with that. So this is delivering on the 3rd, but I can't even pick that up. I need something that picks up later. So let's go back over here to the date that I can actually pick stuff up on and see if there's anything delivering on. We want something that delivers on the 4th, ideally the 4th. What in the hell is delivering on the 4th? There's one. 20 miles. It picks up and delivers on the 4th. Not worth it. I only get 65% of that. So take like half of that away. My whole damn day for $100. There's one that delivers on Sunday. Doesn't pick up until Saturday. So I would have to set a day to pick up this load. And then it's only 200 miles, only pays $470. So and there are no good loads, and there's like nothing delivering over the weekend. And there's nothing with enough miles that I can move it all weekend and deliver it on Monday. All this stuff is like one day or less. Except this one in Massachusetts. And that's a little over a day. That's like a day and a half. I don't really want to go to Massachusetts. But since that's a really, really, really hot load, I don't know if I can negotiate rates, but I think I might hit them up and be like, can you throw some more money on that? Because that's kind of really low. see if I can get some more damn money on that load. Because, man, these rates are just really terrible. That's something I need to ask about is, can I negotiate rates? Because these rates are just garbage. I think a lot of it has to do with this coming, it being a holiday weekend. Because the rates last week that I was looking at, they were solid. Not great, but solid rates. These, like, coming out of Chicago, they shouldn't be paying $1.40, $1.30 a mile coming out of Chicago. That is 50, 60 cents a mile below average. That's terrible. Well, anyway, where's the timer at on this? Is there a timer somewhere? How long has this been recording? I don't see a timer anywhere. Oh, there it is. 32 minutes and 49 seconds. 20 FPS, 2.8% CPU. So I guess that I'll end the video there and get this wrapped up. And, yeah. Get down to Kimberly-Clark and get this load picked up, and then, get headed to Romeoville. Making some damn money with this truck. This thing is, I need to get rolling and making some money. So I'm still looking at loads, still deciding. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.